Okay. It's actually kind of dark right here. Oh, that's not the book of it. Yes. This is a but so I have the wrist off for now, even though I shouldn't. I just got out of the shower. Bad. An update. See the bump right there. I want to keep in mind too, is like that this is not just like this is not me pissing and moaning about some sort of bump. This is me noticing, something new and following direction. I can't have it on all the time. I think this is day 3. The only test of not wearing it anymore. I think this is day 3. Then about a week from now or so is when I get my next paycheck. So till then, I'm just chilling pretty much. So I went on a walk for fun and to look for work back to around the area where I want to work. Pretty much doing what I said I was going to do the last video, but it was interesting because, like, in my mind, even though I can play games on my phone, obviously, and my phone's gonna be on. I'm not gonna be without it. So, uh, I do pretty much whatever on here, and I can hotspot it to my tablet if I want to do something even more. Thing is that the tablet doesn't run as fast. So I do have stuff to do, but it's also like kind of like me taking a step away from the night of drinking that I did. Then kind of showing myself as to why I decided to move back out here. Now this apartment, if I were to be paying for it, and if my mom wasn't on disability, this apartment would be expensive. And lockup? Have I been in lockup? I've never been locked up. It looks like it. But no, you've got stuff here and there, and there's the bathroom, there's my mother's room, there's the kitchen. It's pretty quiet and quaint. Although this wall is empty. I don't know why, because it's pictures right there. I don't know if she just wants them to be hung up or the apartment like, no, you can't hang those up. I don't know yet. But day 3 of Martin being checked at, probably it's been like a week and a half since it's been active. And gathering from, yeah, I know. So this is downtown to where I live, or where I was born, and all the buildings around here are relatively old. And downtown area, they're just upkept. So like if you look at the floor, it's like it's new floor and stuff like that. The walls are technically somewhat new and refurbished and everything, keeping it alive. Like if I had this apartment to myself, if I had this apartment to myself, like if I had enough money to rent it out on my own, then I would be happy because normally, since this is a two-bedroom, one bath, normally apartments like this would be around like $2,000 a month. So, but no, it's a nice quiet place, and my mom actually I'm gonna scratch that. It's not quiet here, not because of her, but because about as again wait for it to load up. My hair is being old. About a mile and a half, 2 miles is where the trains ride by. It's one of those older towns. So you hear the train every couple hours. You hear the train every couple hours, and then usually that's the train is part of how they get their inventory from other establishments. And groceries around here, depending on where you go, they're pretty expensive. So, and yeah, I know. Yeah, depending where you go, the groceries are expensive. To pay rent around here, technically not. And so I've been living rent free around here. So to continue on with the appliances, like this is the sink. Uh, this can had a hole in it. That was fun. Oh, the dishes. Only thing about this place is it has no dishwasher, but if you have like one or two people living in a place like this, then you use your hands pretty much. For AC, I'm not sure. To be fair with you, like the air conditioning, this is old. This is old as dirt. This is run off of gas. So it kind of depends on where you rent out. So we keep that off because we're up in the mountains, and even during the summer, it can be pretty good weather. So um, my friend's house, where I was at before, it was a brand spanking new house when he bought it. So it's run pretty much off of solar paneling. So, but heater, it depends on the size of the room or the apartment that you get. Depends how often you use it. One time, I was looking at a $1,500 a month uh, apartment in the city, and I think they said if I was going to run the AC and the heater like throughout the whole month, the PG&E would be around like $75. So it's not that that area wasn't terrible, but the apartment was also only like 500 square feet. So it's whatever. Relatively new fridge. Got some hamburgers, some fish, some ice. Haven't used an ice tray in over. Some sandwiches right here. I'm not touch. I might touch one, but anything that takes effort to cook up, I'm the one out of the two that usually likes to do it. So any like frozen or whatever, and then it's pretty. It's not barren, but it's pretty full of random collection stuff. She buys her chocolate milk, fat free. Clovers are good, but she likes it. She doesn't like too much sugar. She likes her cokes and occasionally her chocolate milk. There's some pasta back there. Let's see, a random egg. I don't trust. Looks like croutons. Grilled cheese in the back here. High protein but vegetarian. That's pretty cool for her. Peanut butter jam. She has some blue cheese here. Nothing too much because, like, to be honest with you, she's not really here all that often. So she mainly just stocks up on stuff that tends to last a while. Look at that, like apples and oranges and stuff like that. Tend to last a good while in California. Vegetables, broccoli, whatever. Looks like orange juice down there. Some chopped up onion. Nothing too like crazy. Yeah, the thing about it, like 2 or 3 years ago, she did not have it well. She had to go through a lot of paperwork and shit. And then she likes her cup noodles, so she goes with that. Oatmeal, some seasonings that I'm starting to show her how to use, or how I use it rather. Tuna, chicken noodle. This Rayleigh's company right here, it's fucking off the chain with their prices. Off the damn chain. Like that would probably be like $2 at least for that small can. I'm not used to that. I understand that a lot of people get paid $20 plus around here, but fuck, man. So, and this is probably bad. I don't know what she's doing with that. I'll talk to her about that. Chocolate syrup, Panther chocolate milk, cornbread mix, black tea. Oh, it's almost like a bunch of what old people eat, or that can get away with eating without I don't know how to put that, but and then she has her snack drawer. I leave that to her. She just finished off her cookies, I think. Maybe considering that it's empty, maybe I underestimated how much sugar she can eat because she eats a lot of it. So and then she says, yeah, you can have whatever you want, you just can't have these. She's heavy into Coca-Cola. I am not. But these are pretty cool. This is something that when I last visited here, I helped bring up. One of the family members gave it to her. Said so long she had someone to lift it, and then I'm the first one that she saw. Just visiting down Martinez. She's just like, hey, I have you and I have one other person. Need you to lift this, carry this up the stairs. And Jesus, it was heavy. Stand up shower, decent shower head. Not gonna lie about that one. Window. Someone's partying up out there. Mirror. And this is where she keeps all of her other stuff. And then here's her medicine cabinet. So, and then this is her recent hobby, getting into flowers and stuff. This needs to be cleaned off. She hasn't done that yet, so I'll probably end up doing it. Pottery, Bible. And then I think this e-bike is something that my brother brought over because it's broken down. And I'm thinking that he thinks he can fix it, but this is one of the things that you just don't do. Guess it's been here for over a month from what I understand. And he has not been back. Pretty much because he was told he can't do whatever he wants here. So like no drugs or anything like that. pretty crazy. It's strange. Because e-bike has like duct tape on it and stuff like that, and e-bikes are not even that old to the point where they end up looking like that. So I think he was poorly mistreated. Doesn't know a thing about wiring up in his life. Probably thinks he can eventually just pawn it off to somebody. That's just nah. And I can tell right here from when he said it here, it just like kind of slid down and made a small mark on the wall. And that's just whatever. So that's that. And then the room's in there, and a lot of his stuff's in there, and I tend to not mess with his stuff, but there's a small bed in there, so I sleep there. I'm not planning to stay here for all too long. So I mean, if I do, I do, but it all depends if when I start working. So I talked to my aunt about work, and she told me like pretty soon here, my job's gonna have some openings, and I'll let you know when, and then just write down the application. You can work then. I was telling you when that's gonna happen. The other places that I've applied to are a number of restaurants in downtown. Um, the one in particular I really want because although like my tip is like when you look for new work, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, but depending on the field for what you want to do. So there's this one area, this one chick that used to work with right next door to where I used to work. Um, she ended up working at this area at this restaurant and said hi to me. She was working like the cash register. Uh, I didn't recognize her at first, but then I kind of like, wait a minute, oh, it's you, because I remember. Um, then everything kind of just like blew back, and that's part of the reason why like I wanted to come back here and not do anything too dumb. Nowadays, just to come back and then eventually live my life how I want to. Um, you know, go out on Friday nights, do whatever at that point. But I told, at the very least, for where my mom is, I will not drink here. So I don't really need to. So that being said, it's like once I find work, then I'll be essentially that'll be that. Then give it about 3 weeks, then I can find an area to rent out. There's this page I can go on, and there's this page I can go on social media, and then just type in, "Hey, looking for a place. This is my limit, depending on how much money I'm gonna get working out here." So on and so forth, and then find a place. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But as far as like essentially struggling, I'm not. Because it's either going to be I'm out here or I go back to where I was. Well, I think I'm going back to where I was for a bit anyway, because I have to house sit for where I was used to living, and then go about it that way. Be out there for 5 days. So I don't know what my work situation would be at that point for those 5 days. That's another prerequisite that I would need if I start working out here. Would be to have those days off, essentially. Because I ain't going back and forth between here and Martinez. No way. I could do like that once every like 2 months, and then I just want to stay put still. So, but yeah, that's pretty much essentially it. I mean, that's my life. It's becoming pretty much clearer of what I need to do. I've just been gaming on my phone and watching YouTube a lot and walking about. And yeah, and I also want to take note too to those who, and I'm going to mean that to those who see the description, see my Cash App. That is, again, it's there just to be there. If I had to be honest about it, because I did stay in a hotel room for 2 nights. It's not like I feel obligated to ask for donations, but it is there just because I know people would just be like, oh, well, you know, fuck it, pretty much. Just here you go. So, hell, I'll even say, like, you can tell me what to spend it on. I do know that I have to wait at least a week in order for me to do anything, but uh, just because there's an overdraft on that Cash App of about $20. So, which that's going to be taken care of. So, either way, despite whether or not people want to do anything about with that. So, again, Twitch can be a thing. I thought about going live on Twitch a little bit later, just to do something like this. But again, it kind of feels like whether or not I want to make another one of these vlog type videos, because I'm already kind of irritated and bored at the same time of talking. So, but again, it depends. Maybe I'll do like some sort of video of saying thank you to people who ever do. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. This won't this arm is obviously not going to hold me back. It's just gonna have to be stretched. I have to do like this, go like this, spend like 10 minutes before I clock in and just like stretch it out for wherever I work next. Kind of like give it a little bit of a twist. Make sure roll it around like this in order for me to be good to go. So, not the end. When I first had heard all this about my arm, it was a little bit rough, but I understand it can be a lot worse. So, nothing to complain about, just work with it. Maybe it'll get better in the future. So, anyway, take care. I'm out.